Listen, every time I see you, I feel like you continue to level up. I don't know what you've tapped into or what.
What do you mean level up?
What the prayer was in your teens or over you as a baby, but every time I see you, you are doing more. You seem to be doing better, and you seem to be living like fuller every single time I see you. And so it's kind of a no-brainer that this time it's a whole new show. How does it feel?
It feels great. I love this show. I get pitched so many shows. And when this show got pitched to me, I was like, you cannot not watch this show.
Right.
Scott, can you imagine if you came on this show and I revealed what all of your exes rated you on kissing, intimacy, oral sex, cuddling? I mean, it's impossible not to watch this show.
Tell me this, when they pitched you the show, when this one was pitched to you, what was the conversation like? What was the log line, the short pitch?
The log line was, find out what you're doing wrong in dating by the people who know your exes. And we're going to send surveys to your exes, and then you, Andy Messy Boots, are going to bring the exes out and confront young Scott here.
Listen, y'all go in too on these people. It's cool because you also get to see. It's not just like a survey that you're reading. You get to hear from your exes, and then a lot of times these people haven't seen each other in a very long time. But what to me was the hook of the show was So, I mean, based on everything you've heard today and the people that you've seen, is there anybody that maybe you want to try again with?
Right. Yes. And there were a couple that did, which is amazing. You could feel chemistry between them and their exes. And so that was cool because you think about it, we're also like kind of really hashing out serious relationship issues with them too. So
right. Talk to me about Shan Boudram. She is a superstar. Is she not a superstar?
She's a superstar. There's nothing that I could throw at her, no relationship or sex problem or issue that I could throw at her that she did not have a reasoned, informed response to. I was really impressed. She's amazing. She's also gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And fun. And really was rooting for the people on the show. So she was in their corner. You know, people hear what the format is and they think it's going to be kind of embarrassing or humiliating for the people who are on the show, but it's actually not. They've signed up for it. They're in on it. And they want to learn, and they most of the time come away having learned things about themselves and about themselves in relationships.
But Andy, tell me this, because I feel like there were people who scored very, very low. Were there any that you were like, I don't know how we gonna help you really do any better? Like you need an overhaul.
No, because those were the people that actually, you know, we could say, okay, you're doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Right. We had a guy on there who thought he was such a great lover, and as it turned out, he had never given his partner an orgasm. So it's like, that's a conversation.
Was there a moment in this show where you were like, oh, I think we are actually clicking into something more meaningful? You talked about it not being about humiliating guests, but really about getting to the bottom of the things that we all are kind of doing wrong when it comes to
every week. I mean, there were people that, you know, didn't like to cuddle, didn't understand what that meant to someone else. Again, there was a man who had never given any of his partners an orgasm. There were people who had major body confidence issues. So these are problems that, you know, a lot of people have, but don't want to discuss or don't realize that they have them. They're doing behaviors that just kind of cover it up. And so we got to the bottom of a lot of really relatable issues.
it's cool to see you as a host in this new kind of format, this new show, because you really jump in head first. At one point, I think I saw you in the bed giving a cuddling lesson.
I was the cuddling kind of doll. And it was not only the first time I've cuddled on TV, I think it was the first time I've cuddled with a woman since college.
Right. I love it. What celebrity friend do you think should be coming on this show? Like which one is like, if you just could get a couple of these dating
I'd
things
love to have
together.
Portia on from the Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think she falls really deep, really quickly. And I'd love to get into that.
That would be a good one. She would be there are a couple, but that would be a good one. Can we talk about the situation on the show that's gone viral? J-Lo on the Ben tattoo.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't it? I love how a situation will come back around. You know what I mean?
I know. Talk about coming back around. I mean, she's looking at that tattoo. I mean, depending on how they cuddle, if she's the big spoon, she's got a face full of that tattoo every morning when she wakes up.
Yeah, or on the boat, got to grease that dragon down, that phoenix down. You know what I'm saying? It's real. What do you think pop culturally? What do you think of them back together?
I think it's fun. I think people love to see them together. I think J-Lo has this thing where guys look better on her arm. So
it's the J-Lo glow.
The J-Lo glow. I mean, you could be seeing Ben Affleck a week before he was with J-Lo, and then on her arm, you're like, wow, he's a stud. So, I think we all kind of root for her.
Yeah, agreed. What did you think of Nicki Minaj saying she wants to host the Potomac reunion?
I loved it.
Really?
I think it's cool. I want to figure out a way to work her in. I mean, I'd like to bring her out and
Andy,
be like, Nicki, do your thing. I'll be back in a couple hours. Honestly.
Really? I mean, it would be incredible.
I think it would be so cool. She's such a fan. The thing is, the bar is high for me to surrender my seat.
True.
In reunion.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I feel like Nicki Minaj, how do you say no to Nicki Minaj if she wants to be a part of this?
Right. While I was in Tokyo, there was this other thing that happened where Rihanna posted a video and was like, what was said to Ramona? And I thought it was, one, so funny, but also we are really out here invested in these women's lives. For real.
We had Rihanna and Nicki Minaj within 24 hours of each other posting about two different Housewives shows. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah. In the same week she was listed by Forbes as a billionaire. This is a billionaire thought. What was said, Ramona? What was said?
Right.
It's crazy. It's awesome. Yeah. Do you pinch yourself still, or is it just another day at work? Sometime?
No. Totally. You just can't believe it. You're like, what?
Yeah. And in particular, the reason I ask is because your son is getting so big. It's happening. It feels like so fast.
Yeah.
Are you looking at him every day and are like, I can't believe how much you're changing?
I just said an hour ago, I just want to freeze him right now, just where he is. It's so cute. He's learning so many words, and he's so funny. He learned the theme from Batman today, and he's cute. Now,
do parents? Because I'm not a parent, so I'm curious about this. But do fathers who are best friends wish that their kids will also be best friends? Do you and Anderson hope that?
Oh, yeah, I would love it. I mean,
Ben and Wyatt?
he and Wyatt are playing really well together these days because Wyatt is now, a year and a few months old. So now they're starting to be able to connect to each other in a way that they weren't connecting, you know, while he was really, really a little baby. So it's very cute. And hopefully Ben will be a little bit of like, you know, a big buddy for him.
Are you thinking about considering potentially more?
I would like it.
Yeah.
I would like it. Yeah.
Because I remember having a conversation with you and you were like, as many as possible. Is that still?
Did I? As many as possible?
As many as possible.
Maybe I'm a little dialed back on that. I'm tired.
You said actually now that we're in this thing, one more would be great.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Okay, listen, before I let you go, there is, you know, this Met Gala coming up.
Yeah.
And we're doing a piece on the first and last Met Gala. So I want to show you an image of what I believe may be your first Met Gala. Tell me if it is and tell me what you remember.
I don't think that was my first. I was not famous when I went to my first Met Gala. So I don't know that there are any pictures of me.
Okay, so then let's say this is the first with SJP.
Right. What do I remember about that night? I think that was the night. Is she and McQueen there?
I think so.
Oh, no. McQueen was the, she had her hair in a mohawk. That was not McQueen. I just remember how hot I thought Sarah looked and how hot her body was in that dress. And that's one of my favorite dresses that she's worn. I wish I could remember the designer.
Yeah, this is McQueen.
Oh, that is McQueen.
Yep.
Wow. And I think that was the night, I think we sat across from Tom Brady and Giselle that night. And I was like, kind of just amazed to be making conversation with them. And I remember Aman looked, I think Aman was in a jumpsuit that year and looked absolutely insane.
Tell me about the bathroom, because I hear, and maybe not this year, maybe that's like a more recent thing, but I hear it goes down in the restroom. Like it's where all the run-ins happen.
There are a lot of run-ins in the restroom. There are a lot of run-ins in the restroom. I think the women's restroom is more interesting than the men's restroom, from what I can tell. But yeah, because that's where everyone goes to smoke. But then you get in trouble if you do that.
Really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Not supposed to smoke in the Met.
No, but the restroom, it goes down. Okay, what about this one? I mean,
that was amazing. I mean, that was the most done up I had ever been. And we were both in Dolce & Gabbana.
Get to the shoes. The shoes.
The shoes were so cool, my shoes. And those are her, she was wearing that nativity scene on her head, if that's what that is. I mean, you should have seen us in the car. She was like this in the car. Because how do you get that in the car? We had a great time that night. And it was just really fun. It was really fun. I loved matching with her. And I love it that they gave me that coat I was wearing was really heavy. And
yeah, you have on a shirt, a vest, a jacket, and then an overcoat.
Yes.
You were committed. You were committed. Are you going this year?
No.
Taking a year off.
My date is filming this year. She's filming and just like that. So.
And speaking of, are you maybe thinking about a cameo in this upcoming situation? You've done it already.
Trying to think about. I could think about, being Carrie's love interest, but it's not my, thing to think about.
Do you remember your cameo from back in the day? Do you remember from back in the day?
That is up to the great Michael Patrick King.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah. Brother, it's so good to see you. What you looking for?
I'm looking for, hold on. I'm looking for the Polaroid. It was, here it is. Here's the Polaroid that was taken on set that day of me and Sarah Jessica when I was her shoe salesman.
Yes. Listen, I know you've seen the script. I know they've talked plot points.
I haven't.
But don't you tell me that you haven't. I know you have.
I gave her a ride home from the Hamptons on Sunday, and I was quizzing her for spoilers for hours. She did give me some, but I can't say a word.
Okay, I have heard that they're killing Mr. Big. What have you heard about that? Yeah, that there might be a big death in the movie.
Wow. I hadn't heard that.
This is me reading your face, like.
I hadn't heard it.
Okay, all right. Just curious. Just curious. Yeah. It's good to see you, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes next for you because I feel like you just keep.
You too.
All the gigs. This one was fun though, huh?
It was so fun.
Sweet. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, dude. I'll see you soon.
Indeed.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.